Hello guys, very often we are facing the fact that we'll need to update our Angular to higher version. In this video we'll see how to do a proper Angular update. The first resource I'm recommending to check is Angular IO update guide, where you just need to choose your starting version and then the next version which you would like to update to, and then show me how to update. Shows all the steps that you need to take in order to perform the updates. I recommend here for you, if you're starting with a prior version, just to do small steps. So for example, if we choose from 7 to 11, it's better to start updating from 7 to 7.1, etc., and following the guidelines. Sometimes it's not only installing packages, but some of the libraries and syntaxes is being deprecated, so you need to adjust your code also. So that's the basic way of updating one application. Of course, you might encounter problems, and then I advise you just to use the following command: ng update, then the package that you would like to update, and then migrate only, in order not to update the package but just the schematics. And then you write from which version to which version you would like to update the package. And if you're having files in your Angular application that have not been yet committed, you can use the option allow dirty in order to perform the following command without having to create a commit. The command is useful because it will change a lot of configuration files for you. So I usually use it as a second step where I'm trying to update an Angular application. As a third step, I will recommend for you to browse your package.json file, where you have development dependencies and just normal project dependencies. For example, if we are trying to update Angular forms, and in the project there are certain other version, and if we have installed Angular language service plugin with control and space, we can see which is the latest version and automatically update the forms information to the latest one. And you can do so for all the packages that you have here. And this is very nice trick to know. Afterwards, you just save the file and run npm install. Of course, in this step, you might encounter further problems, such as certain libraries might not be compatible with the current version of Angular. So for this, I advise you directly to go to their respective npm page. And this is npm.js. And we're checking the Angular compiler CLI package. And if we click on versions, we can see that it has the following supported versions. So, for example, if you are using Angular 11, you can just use the latest version from Angular 11 and place the following version directly inside of your package.json file. The goal here is to find compatible package versions with the Angular version that you're using. Sometimes if the package is not longer maintained or supports a lower version of Angular, I recommend you to downgrade the whole Angular version in order to be able to use the third-party package. Another nice tool is Npm Check. So you can install it with npm install globally Npm Check. And this tool will check through all the dependencies if you have some outdated such, and it will try to suggest you new versions so you can install them automatically. Alright, after this step, if you're experiencing further problems when running npm install, you might see that some of the packages that you're using are deprecated. And let's take, for example, this UUID package, and we are advised to upgrade to version 7 or higher. It's interesting to see where this library is being used in our project. In such case, you can run the following command: npm list UUID, so this is the package name, and it will show you that, for example, here inside of Webpack dev server, we're using two libraries that depend on UUID. Protractor is depending on UUID, while the Angular CLI is depending also on the same library but on much higher version. So this might cause conflicts. In this particular case, both of the packages Protractor and Webpack Dev Server are being replaced, and Protractor will be soon deprecated. So this will solve certain problems while running npm I. As final step, from the update guide, you can use the links pointing to what has been changed and further explore how you can manually translate your project. So for example, Angular is no longer using TSLint but is changing to ESLint. In this GitHub page of Angular ESLint, we have instructions on how to update our project with custom schematics and do our conversion to ESLint, and afterwards what we need to check in order for our project to be running correctly with ESLint. And if everything else fails, I recommend you just to check Stack Overflow and GitHub issues for solutions of problems with a particular library that you might experience while transitioning your Angular to higher version. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the information, you can subscribe to the channel.